We'll start off with this GQ Hasan Piker article. Now, earlier this week, GQ did an article on Hasan Piker. It's filthy. It's dirty. You guys are going to love it. Here's some pictures, some press shots that they took for the article. These are fucking so retarded. I mean, he's a good-looking guy, but bro, come on. Like, what self-respecting 30-year-old man would jump in a bubble bath with a rubber ducky for GQ? That was initially what caught my eye. People were making memes with his small head, but whatevs. The real meat and potatoes here, boys, is the article, though. This thing, holy fuck. So the article is called Hasan Piker Thinks America Might Be Cooked. Martial law canceled elections. The combative leftist streamer Hasan Piker predicts an ominous possible future for the U.S. He's fighting back the only way he knows how, by raging against Trump, Israel, Democrats, and the wannabe bad boys of the manosphere, in between beefs with his ops and gym sessions with his boys. By Kieran Press Reynolds. And this is the guy. This is the super straight male that wrote this article. So let's get into this fucking article, dude. This is so good. I was reading this on the toilet the other day, and I was literally like howling to myself. I probably sounded like a maniac, but here's this article. Here's how Hasan Piker starts each day. Working out, shooting the shit. It's Monday at 8:30 a.m., and we're in the backyard of a house in West Hollywood, where there's a makeshift private gym with benches, pull-down machines, and dumbbells galore. Like, has this writer ever worked out before? A makeshift private gym that has like dumbbells? Yeah, anyone could fucking buy that off Amazon, retard. This is where a 34-year-old political influencer keeps his thirsted after body fit. Just gonna pause there for a second, because that's indicative on how the rest of this fucking article is going to go. Joined by a few other neighborhood characters, including a guy who works on Pod Save America, his Bernese beefcake Kaya, which I believe is a type of dog, tussles with a few other golden brown dogs. Okay, yeah, there you go. As Piker burns through his 70-minute workout, exhausting himself in the process, he strips his shirt off. An army of girls and gays, not to mention admiring looks-maxers, would kill to be where I am now, next to Piker, as he pants in a pair of neon shorts with black Calvin Klein boxers poking out and sunlight glistening off the sweat beaded on his chest hairs. This is a real article, guys, by GQ. Piker's trainers fibbed to me about how much he bench presses. 300 pounds before the real number comes out, 175, which is not that much, especially because he's like a pretty big guy. Like, he is pretty muscular. 175 is not a lot. I could do that. I could do 175, and I've been working out for like a year. His personal best is 285. I'm not buying it. The conversation among the 7 men and women grows increasingly unhinged. Jokes about semen retention exercises morphing into a discussion about which Hollywood plastic surgeon is least likely to kill you. Oh my God! Isn't that so edgy, guys? They're talking about semen retention and plastic surgery. The sentences that must have been flying around that conversation. So crazy. Quote, the new meta is ballerina cups. Women only going for A to B to C cup. Max, Piker muses at one point. This is a real fucking article. And then obviously they have to explain the word meta because their highfalutin readers would know what the word meta means. Meta is a gamer-derived term for state-of-the-art, which it is not. That's not even what that means. And it's not a gamer-derived term. It's fucking like an ancient Greek word, you fucking moron. The guy who wrote this, I don't think he has like a grasp of the English language. He just know. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not even going to lie here. You see these right here, these like double hyphens, that's like a pretty good indicator that it was written by AI. So just putting that out there. I actually did run it through ChatGPT and asked it if it was AI written. It said no. I didn't do the entire article, just like a page or a paragraph rather. It said no, so maybe not. Nick Fuentes is gay, he says at another, echoing a common attack on the far right streamer. He definitely likes catboy porn, he adds, referring to an infamous incident on one of Fuentes' streams, which we will not detail here. Groans, gossip, and athletic guidance fly around from all angles. Good has get taller, face down, ass up. Toward the end, Piker starts describing how a chicken wrap he's been loving recently is very fibrous and, quote, bottom friendly, leading another gym goer to tease him about his diet. Have I been having anal sex? No, Piker responds. I always have nice poops. This is so crazy to me that like this went through not only did this guy write this, but there was like editors that had to read this and were like, "Yep. That seems like something worth putting out." We've gone through 2 paragraphs and so far nothing, like literally nothing has been said. Piker has no filter. That's one reason he's the hottest left-wing political commentator online. His management team consists of a single guy named David, so he basically has no leash and answers to no one. Except, like, you know, just anything he wants something from. Those are the people he answers to. And, you know, Twitch. He has to answer to Twitch. They're also his boss, technically, let's say. Well, I don't know. Actually, you could make the argument on that. He gets away with murder on Twitch, where other people get permabanned for the things he does daily, so... I mean, he clearly has special treatment, but that's whether here nor there. Every day, tens of thousands of people watch him dissect the news for 7 hours on Twitch, which is like, you got to give it to the guy. He does put in the time and the effort. Like streaming 7 hours a day is insane. Like that's fucking nuts. But I think there's diminishing returns if you're streaming for 7 hours every day. Like Hasan is pretty, like, he's known for not knowing anything and having terrible takes on everything. That's pretty much what he's known for from the right and the left, like outside of his extremely young, extremely progressive viewer base, let's say, until they age out and realize he's a psycho. So like, yeah, I mean, putting in the time and streaming 7 hours a day makes you a lot of money, and it's not easy, you know. I stream for 2 hours and my brain like turns to pudding. But like, there's no way you could have any like valuable opinions or like do any prep work or actually read shit. And you know what I mean? Like, obviously his takes are going to be very basic because he lives and breathes on camera essentially. So I wouldn't even say that's like a good thing. A typical stream involves him scrolling frenetically while clicking on links sent by fans in his chat, reacting to the latest viral clips and headlines, dishing with his viewers, and viciously sparring with his haters. Except he often doesn't talk to them. He will like refuse to platform. His whole thing is like he refuses to platform people that he deems undesirable, let's say. America deserved 9/11 is one of his most famous wisecracks, or most infamous rather. When Rush Limbaugh died, Piker played a clip of a dancing crab in celebration and vigorously bounced around his room. Piker's one of the new breed of streamers like Aiden Ross and Sneeko who are shaping the worldview of kids who never watched MSNBC or read the New York Times. In this online mirror, Piker is the himbo gateway drug, introducing a legion of kids to progressive ideals like Medicare for all. Like, we're 3 paragraphs in, and I still feel like I haven't really, outside of like things that are a Google search away, I haven't learned anything about Hasan Piker. Also, himbo's an insult. If you're going to call him the himbo gateway drug, himbo indicates that he's very dumb and he's just good looking and offers nothing else to the world outside of his looks. The writer was probably saying it in a tongue-in-cheek way because people call him a himbo. Okay, here we go. Paragraph 4. He's done working out, basically. After paragraph 4, he's finally finished working out, and it says, after the gym sessions, Piker, Kaya, which is his dog, and I load into the back of his black Mercedes Benz and drive to his place, a large townhouse with a Suzuki motorcycle in front and a slender pool in the backyard. Like, I feel like this article has literally just been all like adjective and zero substance, which if you're gonna do an article on Hasan Piker, I guess it's pretty apt, I would say. I mean, in a roundabout way, he's actually kind of making fun of him, the writer, outside of him clearly having a hard on for him. Fan art is littered, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of hurting my voice, too, to be honest with you. Set of shelves contain, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a fuck about any of this? Okay, here we go. This is paragraph 7. Let's try this one. Have we learned anything? As we talk, I sensed that Piker wanted to hold the interview here in his room so he could keep an eye on his screens. His stream doesn't start for an hour, but the chat's buzzing with fans impatiently waiting for him to log on. He's remarkably energized for a guy who just finished who just finished a punishing workout and spent the previous day playing basketball with influencer Ludwig. By the way, for anyone looking to get buff and clutch gains, this is his workout supplement regiment, I guess. 1 espresso shot, 4 creatine pills, fish oil, zinc, ashwagandha, minoxidil, finasteride, because he's low T, obviously. Blah, blah, blah. Like, is there anything outside of this guy just fucking gushing over him sexually? The sexual tension in this article is fucking nuts. I mean, I'm definitely not reading this entire thing. Is there anything else that's like really interesting here? One of the main things people criticize Piker for, besides the whole champagne socialist thing, at least the writer's aware, which is overblown. I guess not. I mean, you literally just spent the entire article so far describing his lavish lifestyle. One of the main things people criticize Piker for is taking criticism poorly. Piker acknowledges this while also criticizing the criticism of how he takes criticism. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through all of that. There's no fucking way. He wrote the whole article with his left hand. Yeah, basically. Basically, yes. It's a glorified puff piece. I think it's just straight up a puff piece. I mean, it's a puff piece in the sense that it's popcorn. Like, there's no substance to it at all. It's a gay writer writing about his Make-A-Wish, essentially. Kiri and Press Reynolds better have cancer. That's all I'm saying.